friends. This is Jeanette with Jandapanda Treasures. And I did a little bit of thrift shopping, not a crazy amount, but I did go to Hospice, thrift store, and a place called Pit Pals. So, that was yesterday. So there's going to be a few thrift items here. But anyway, I'm going to be on live Sunday, April 6th at noon. I'm so excited. I have a lot of lovely necklaces that I want to share with you. And a lot of these have been restrung. And I think I found a way to tell. One way to tell is maybe that the measurement is off a little. The other way to tell, I believe, is to see if those threads glow. And they don't. This one may or may not have been restrung, but let's see if the size is off. Now this is all glass. This is milk glass. These are the beads. There's actually 6 beads in this segment right here. And you can see where some of the beads might have some of the gold coloring rubbed off like this. I don't know how old this is. This could be from the 40s. This particular one is marked made in Germany. Made in Germany. So could that be pre-Berlin Wall? Because made in Germany, I mean, they still have, well, it's old, so I'm thinking this could be from the 30s, maybe from the 20s. I don't know, but it's silk knotted. It has these beautiful glass segments here. Let's do a measurement because it's long. Maybe it's from the 20s because it's kind of flapperish. All right, so this one is 28 inches. That's pretty long. It does have a clasp. The clasp is glass. The clasp is glass. I will also do a close-up on this one because this one's just gorgeous. This one's gorgeous. And I don't think it's been restrung, at least not, you know, in recent years. Maybe it was restrung 50 years ago, 20 years ago. That's part of the bead. That's interesting. Take a look at that. That little red dot. No. Wonder if I can get that off with acetone. One memento, and I will be right back because I want to get that little weird dot off of there. Okay, so I've got, supposed to be acetone, right? Acetone, right there. I hate using this on jewelry, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Okay, tiny, tiny little bit. I definitely want to put that because I don't want it to get anywhere near this gold. So let me see if I can just, there's nothing on that. I was so afraid that I was going to have too much and I didn't get any. I can go ahead and soak it up. All right, and then kind of squeeze some of it out. Don't do this at home if you don't know what you're doing because right now I don't know what I'm doing. Where is that little dot? There it is. There's that dot. So let's see if this little bit of acetone will remove that. Wow. It's not even making it, it's not even fit. Oh, there, it's coming off. There's another reason why I want to have acetone here. So I am getting some of it off. It is fading. Wipe that. I don't know that I can get that off, but, well, see, I am getting something off. I don't know if you can tell. But the idea is just to keep it from getting places it shouldn't be. Anyway. Yeah, it's not coming off readily. It does look like it's a mark from like a pen. That is just so bizarre. It almost looks like nail polish, but it's not coming off like nail polish. But it is fading because I see some of it coming off onto the Q-tip. All right, well, there's only so much time I have, but this is still a stunning piece. And that should never have, that won't detract from the piece itself, because it will eventually come off. But isn't that gorgeous? Oh my goodness. Germany, not West Germany, but Germany, made in Germany. I'll double check that for you. I want to be sure, made in Germany. Wowzers. What did I say it was? 28 inches. I don't have a pen. But I can bring this tomorrow, which is Sunday, April 6th at noon. I don't think I'm going to do 4 hours, though. Not like I did last week. But definitely, since I have that Q-tip here, I'm going to do this. This is something I got at the thrift store. Silk knotted. But I wanted to see if those were turquoise. Really adore. This is just a go over your head kind of situation. I don't know what that is. Looks like almost 15 inches. But see these? I don't know if that's turquoise or not. What I could do, first I look to see if there's any white in here, and I don't see any, or if there's any strange pooling, which I see right there. But what I want to do is I want to see if any of this blue comes off. And the only way to do that is with acetone. And again, you must be extremely careful when doing anything with chemicals and any beautiful pieces of jewelry. So this actually feels like it might be jet or some sort of volcanic rock. This is silk knotted. There's a little odd there, a double knot, but somebody still had a skill that I don't have. All right, let's see what happens. Nothing. But again, there could be some sort of a coating on here. Oh, is that blue? Do I see blue coming off? I don't think so. I don't think there's hardly any acetone on here. So one moment. Oops. Oh, geez. Oh, Jiminy Christmas. All right, hang on. Okay, I'm back. I just want to clean up this spill, this chemical spill. Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't, that's why I don't like to test. Okay, so there's a little more acetone on here. See, this looks blue inside that vein right there, that fissure. And this is still inconclusive because if there's some sort of a coating on here, I don't know, nothing's coming off. So yeah, I don't know how else to test for it other than looking for anything in here that could be white, and I don't see it, or any pooling of white, you know, seeing more white than, but this is unusual for me because I've never seen any kind of blue in the veining. So it kind of made me a little suspicious, but I thought, you know what? It's for pet pals. I like animals, and these folks really, really are trying to save pet lives. And they even have kitty cats going, you know, in and out of the store. It's a little outlet mall in town, and it's I would call 15 inches. A little outlet mall that goes, and the kitty cats, there's two that I saw. And I thought, yeah, I gotta find something to buy, right? So I saw this. This is another thing right here where it's got white right there. But again, that shouldn't mean anything other than maybe this has been dyed, but it's a hell of a good dye job, if you ask me. So, and it's just really pretty. I just thought it was pretty, and I thought I would do a benefit for them, you know, pay them a little money, and then share the treasure with you. Okay, so here's some stuff I got at hospice. And I have better luck there, to be honest with you, because that was a little bit more money than on this one than I wanted to spend. But I think the pricing on this one is a bit more fair on these guys. This is a Sarah Coventry. And this was on their, you know, cheap rack is what I call it. So it does pay to, you know, look through the cheaper stuff. It does say Sarah with a copyright. And let's do a length on this. You can see the clasp doesn't say Sarah Coventry, but it's typical of the times. So I'm not mad at that, although the pendant is much more gold tone than the chain. But the drop on the chain is about 15 inches. And this is, be like this. It's about 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches. And I'll get you a close up there. There's these amber tones, some, you know, peridot, kind of a peridot looking, maybe some amber glass. Anyway, so let's put that aside. That's from the other store. This is also from the hospice place. These are Trafaris. Really nice looking Trafaris. It looks like they put brand new backs on here. What I did notice is where's my Q-tip? Okay, I had a Q-tip here. You all saw that I had a Q-tip here. It's amongst the missing. Is it in here? No. Anyway, I was going to hit that with the Q-tip, but I think a little vinegar and water would get that off. These are in really beautiful shape. I can't complain about these at all. I don't know what that is, if that's an overlay or if that's, you know, some sort of enamel work done. Anyway. Now I'm really worried about that Q-tip. Oh, well, let me at least put the lid back on here. I don't want that to be an issue. All right, some more hospice jewelry. This is a bead ball chain. It's kind of brass. It does have a spring ring right there, but it's a bead ball. And the drop on this one, it's probably 11 to 12 inches. That's pretty cool. And it's kind of an antique brass, but it's metal bead ball. More from the hospice thrift store. This is ancient. This is super old. I don't know what this glass is, but these are all prongs set in here, and it looks like these little tiny stones going through here, whether glass or real. They're all intact. It does show some rust back here. And it's definitely old. This could be 100 years old, but it's really nice. And I don't know if you could see that glass. I don't know if that is, I know Gina had that kind of glass. Anyway, I'll ask her about it because I think I should probably show her this. But even at the side, you can see how. Let's hit it with the black light or the UV, whatever. Nothing. More from this is really cool. Little Scotty dog on copper. He's pretty cool, spattered. I did pick up a Lucinda pin. This one I liked because of the gold. There's an umbrella, 2 ladies. Really nice. A Ukrainian pin, and this one is marked Ukraine on the back. There's the signatures and all the necessary information. I can't read it because I don't speak that. But it says 56 or 36. I'm going to say 56, but that's just me. Any other goodies that we're missing? I got those from a vendor. These are earrings, of course. I know there's more in here. I think that might be it for the thrift store buys. Oh, there's my Q-tip. I found it right here. Yeah, I'm not going to use this on anything. This stuff scares me. As you can see, I was totally klutz about it. And here's another milk glass. This one. This one's really pretty. It has these little, you know what? I think these look like they might be glass. Glass made, glass embedded. Yeah, this is not transferware. This is not transferred. It could be painted on, hand painted, but I don't think so. It looks like it's part of the glass, and you got these little baby ones on the side. And of course, these little ruffle beads. Okay, drop on this one. It's 9.5 inches. This could be a restring, so let me do this. And these look a little dirty on the edges there. This is what I want to, oh yeah, see this is, I don't know if you could see the glow on that string. That may be another way to tell if something's been restrung. And I want to stress that restringing is not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing because it adds life to your pieces. This is, I believe, Givre glass. These little frosted glass pieces right here, and some milk glass, and no marks. And I believe this also was a restring. And again, I stress that it is not a bad thing. I think it's a wonderful thing that people are trying to preserve. Yeah, there I see a little bit of, yeah, I'm gonna say that this is possibly a restring. And another way you can tell is the odd measurement, because when you do a restring, it's quite possible you may be missing some beads. These have caps to them. Looks original. And on a restring, you want to make sure that everything lines up. That means that you got a really good job. Really good restring job. And then look at your finishes. Make sure you have a finished end there. That's exactly what I look for, even on a restring or any kind of situation. If you want perfection or originality or whatever it is you're looking for, or that may not be a big deal to you because sometimes you just don't have all the beads and you wish you did, but it still looks pretty dang good. Okay, so these are, some of these are built with chain, and I've seen this before on certain necklaces. This could be a stress point, which is probably why the jeweler put some sort of metal there. And I always like to, okay, what happened? Okay, so this one I'm gonna have to send back to where I got it, because she said that anything happens to anything that we buy, she will fix it. So this is gonna go back to her, and because I really like this. So she said she would fix it, and it's quite possible you know, jewelry, it's not perfect. We want it to be perfect, so this I will send back. It will come back, and I will re-offer it. This is that, I call it oil slick or gasoline slick. I'm like at 23 minutes already. I still have about a few more pieces here to show you, and I've got a whole, like at least two more videos on necklaces. These are beautiful. So let's try my theory here. Yeah, I think this is a restring. And another way to do it is the measurement. Maybe it's, off a little of what you would expect. And, measuring is also another thing, is like, how can you tell my measurements are accurate? 26 to, wow, this may not be a restring, 26 to 28 inches on this one. And then it has this is acrylic, and it has these sometimes you see like an oil slick, like right there, especially on the bottom beads. This is definitely beautiful. It is lightweight because it is acrylic. Let me bring it out so that you can see the full effect of this beautiful piece. It has those cute little caps on them. I mean, attention to detail is just key, I think. This one looks like it's got the old hardware. Oh, this one actually has these cute little plastic caps on them. Didn't mean to do that. I didn't want to intrude on the bead. Nice long chain with the corresponding bead. And let's check and see if it's a potential of being, yeah, this is a restring, definitely. It looks like new filament or new silk. And it's 16 inches at the longest. And it's beautiful lemony. All right. This is new old stock. I don't think these have ever been worn. Look at this. This says McCrary's, 94 cents. Federal tax, 09. That's so funny. It is on sale for 58 cents. And it is sold as a set with these guys. And we'll look at those in a minute. See if I can get this to, okay. Get this to do its thing. But these are dyed shell, and these are actually quite hefty. And by hefty, I mean that they have some weight. There is a mark right there. Japan. It also said, real stone look. I wonder why they said turquoise. Maybe they're using the word turquoise as a color, which can be confusing in the jewelry world, because there is no turquoise on this whatsoever. It is turquoise color. I would say more of an aqua. Oh, wow, look at that. Oh my goodness. Get you a measurement. Hit the light on it. I doubt this has been a restrung, because this looks like new old stock. I do expect to see glowing on the shells. Those are, yeah, I don't see any glowing on the threading. Let's get your measurement. What do I smell? It smells real perfumey. This is gorgeous. This is so beautiful. So the shortest, it is 14, adjustable to maybe 16. But wait, that's not all. I also have the matching clip-ons. Oh my gosh. Look at that. I don't think, they may have been taken off here. They may have been worn. Let's take a look. Oh man, they look like they just came out of the store. And they also say Japan right there. So that is cool. Yeah, I kind of have a perfumey smell. I might leave these out tonight just to get them aired out. Yeah. Oh, you know what it is? I know what the smell is. My Febreze little spritzer just went off, and it does smell like pine. Okay. Crisis averted. What have I done? You know, never mind. There we go. Now these are acrylic. Let's do this. Oh my gosh. These are lucite. The white is lucite. Here are the earrings. Oh my goodness. A little test to see if these look like they've been restrung. And that's, again, like I said, that's more than likely a good thing because this particular piece has been saved. Saved to live another 70 years. Okay. If you follow this down, you can kind of just let it do its thing. Oh, wow. And then these guys, those are acrylic. They do have little caps on them. Did I say, what was it marked? Is there a mark? Yes, this is marked Japan also. So let's get a wearable. There is a drop, but you know, let's just go with what we know. It's about 15 inches to 17 3/4. That's why I think it's a restring, because I'm looking for whole numbers, but that's okay. I don't mind it at all because it's done so well and so professionally. And the earrings. Yeah, they're marked Japan right there. So let's look at the backs. Oh, those look really good. Those look really clean. Very nice. And I think, is that all I have? I still have to identify this. I keep putting it off, but I still have to identify that. That's either a Kramer or a Coro or, I don't know, Listener. One of those. But it's really cool. It has this confetti stuff going on there and this acrylic. And I didn't see any glowing, I don't recall. No glow. But it's beautiful. It's very nice. Let's see if I can get you a measure. I've shown this before, maybe on a couple of videos, and I keep saying, I'm going to see what that is, because I forget. 16 inches, and it could be shorter, all the way up to 11, if necessary. But nice. Anyway, this is Jeanette with Jandapanda Treasures. I will see you tomorrow, April 6th at noon Pacific Daylight Time. Thank you for watching. Oh, and by the way, I'm starting a series on 1899 Farm Journal. So just go to my channel. You'll find it there. I uploaded the first episode, and I'm going to be doing another episode this evening and uploading it just for your enjoyment. It's kind of fun to see what's going on, or what was going on in real time in 1899. Thank you, guys.